never stop. And we coming to your spot, so you better fucking run. Yeah, yeah. We just coming after you for fun. Yeah, yeah. No conversation with no bun. Yeah, yeah. Kamikaze, I'd advise to run. Can't compare me to nobody, cause they know I'm not.
Back to another Rise of a Fucking Star, man. We got a part 2. We're gonna run it back with that boy FlexTheKidd, man.
What
I'm gonna let you talk your shit. What's good with you, gang?
Man, not much, you know, just working and grinding, new music all the time, you know, just getting better as an artist.
Fuck yeah, bro, and I'm proud to hear that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste no time with this. Without any further ado,
Let's go.
let's jump into it. There you go. Now, first things first, so you had a previous name before this new one you got now, so you want to run us through what's up with FlexTheKidd, where it came about, what it means to you type shit?
Yeah, man, honestly, like, I really changed the name, just, I wanted to be myself. Like, I feel like people, you know, they were looking at me like I didn't want to look like I was trying to copy anybody or do anything like that, so I was trying to be different, so I changed it to FlexTheKidd, FTK, and the meaning behind that is it means for the kids, because that's all I'm about, man. Like, on my music, I want kids to feel when they listen to my music, they can go chase their dreams, because I know what it was like in high school to be laughed at, to be told, you can't do this, you can't do that, like, be serious. And so, like, that's the whole meaning behind that, you know, like, flex on the competition, that's the whole point. So, you know,
God.
Yeah, and really, I didn't know what to make my name coming up, and because I looked up the Skinnyfromthe9, you know, I thought it made sense, because, you know, there's so many littles out there, Lil TJ, Lil Wayne, Lil this, but Skinny was the only Skinny, so I was like, fuck it, why not put it to Skinny Lil Flex? But, you know, to me, it just didn't sound right, and I want to be my own. I wanted him to look at me like I'm an artist, you know, not trying to be a fan or anything, what I am, but
Real shit. I can definitely see where you're coming from. And speaking of Skinny, well, I know this, and I'm pretty sure most of my small fan base, or ones who were there since day one, know you ended up getting a track with Skinnyfromthe9. So if you could tell us again what was it like getting that track and how the relationship with y'all has been, and let us know what's up with that shit.
That shit was fire.
That shit hit.
I did a song with FlexTheKidd before in the past. He's been a supporter of my movement for a long time since I first popped off. So shout out FlexTheKidd.
Yeah, I like the singing and shit.
Oh, that's fire.
yeah, man, honestly, every day is still a blessing. I still talk about it every day to everybody. I still flex with that shit. Nah, that's what I worked for since the moment I started rapping because of him. So, I mean, I remember I didn't ever even thought it was gonna be possible, you know, like, it was just a dream I had because, you know, Skinny was always such a big artist, and, you know, like, I chased after it and I got it, so.
And that's valid. And then, like, didn't he I think you sent me some shit where like he was like, hey, yo, I did a song with FlexTheKidd, and that shit was fire type shit. So
Yeah,
how did it feel when you heard him say that shit about you?
Yeah, honestly, again, like, it's just, you know, I don't really have too many words to say about it. Again, it's just a blessing. You know, it was an honor to fucking work with him, and you know, having someone you looked up to, you know, from the moment you started up to now, say those things about you, is just crazy to me. And I know people, when they see that, it's crazy to them too, because they never believed that I would be able to do that, and I did it. You know, everybody I grew up with in high school, like, they don't say nothing to me no more, because, you know,
what can you fucking say?
Because I proved them wrong, you know. And yeah, me and my relationship with Skinny is great, you know. I hope to get another song with them, maybe even music videos, anything like that, you know. But I know ever since that, I know anything is possible.
Oh God. Now, would you say he was your biggest inspiration with his music shit? Would you say it was him, or was it him in conjunction with other people?
I mean, obviously there's a few other people I looked up to, but he was the main one, only because of his story, and it was kind of similar to mine. But I always dreamt of being, you know, a singer. You know, I looked up to Justin Bieber growing up as a kid. I wanted to be a singer for a long time, and then, you know, when Skinny came out, I was like, I did both. I saw you could do that, like, singing, rapping type style, you know, and then Lil Skies too. He's a very big inspiration of mine. So those two in general, but Skinny is the biggest one.
That's valid. Now, would you say that he was your favorite feature you've done? or would you say the other ones you've done previously are better?
Nah, Skinny is still my favorite feature. Obviously I love the people I worked with, and other songs, but nah, man, because that feature will always be the best thing that had ever happened to me. My biggest flex, the biggest thing that I ever accomplished, and I'm proud of it, and I'm forever gonna talk about it. And yeah, and Skinny knows how I feel about it too.
So would you say that's who you modeled your music style off of? You modeled it off of like that, or you still rap at the same time you got like that melodic type shit on there? That's what you say like your music style consists of?
Yeah, like you hear that sound in there, and then you hear also that Lil Skies, type of sound, because Lil Skies too, he full like, you hear his music, it's, he talks about his story and, all kinds of heartbreaks he had, and, I relate to that real easy. So, and that style, so, it's just a cool style, and I love it. So, and yeah, all my inspiration comes from those two combined. Anything else, it's fine.
But because the reason why I asked about the feature thing is because you've done a lot of valid features. But what I want to know is going to lead to my next question. How was it like working with Bobbynice? Because at that point, when you got that feature with him, he was still like popping off type shit. How was it like getting that shit?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like that was lit too. I mean, I would definitely work with him again. It was a little bit different because I don't usually scream on a track, and I wanted to match what he was doing on the track. But for the first time doing it, it was pretty dope. And I would definitely work with him again. I mean, it's a lit song, I just kept it in the vault for a long time. He got locked up, and for me, my morals are a little bit different, and I don't feel comfortable dropping something, especially when he's in jail. So when he got out, right before he got out, right at the end, I dropped it there.
That's respectful. I respect that shit. Because what's the point of dropping while he in jail if he can't even like show support on that shit? What's the point?
Yeah, it just don't seem right to me. It's disrespectful. So
of course, yeah, exactly. That's gonna lead me to my next question. So I seen you work with a female artist named Farrah. What was it like working with her? What was it like working with her? And you did it on like a few songs too, which is wild.
Yeah, we have an album together, Hanging by a Thread. That shit's on all platforms. Everybody go listen to it. It's one of my favorite. That's my first real project, and that took a while. I made sure it was perfect. It was it was great working with her. Not everybody would do what I do and go work with a female, and I'm the one that did it.
Not a lot of people would do that shit.
Yeah, exactly. I did it. She's awesome. She's an amazing singer. All of my songs, all the top played ones, they're pretty much with her on it. And I'm happy to say that too. Because she killed it with me, and we just make a great duo when we hop on a track together.
Bro, hell yeah, bro. I was deaf listening to that bit a few days ago. Ooh, Switch Up was so fucking hard, bro. Like shit, bro. Like, bro, you really killed that shit, bro. And she killed it too. Like, she matched the energy perfectly. I was like, damn, bro. Because you don't really see people doing projects with girls like that. You don't really see that shit.
Exactly. 5 songs too. We did a Kid Leroy Without You remix too. So yeah, I mean, that shit's just kind of crazy to me. We took our time on it. Switch Up, I previewed that a long time ago when I first started coming up, and I remember it just didn't sit right well with me. Like, I don't know, I wasn't really liking it, because for me, like, people would tell you, like, I'll like, if someone will say one of my songs is perfect, I'll sit there 20 times and say it's not. So like, I kept it for that long because I knew it was missing something, and I changed up my verse on it. So I liked it, and then I got her on it, and I felt real highly of it. So that's why I put it on the project.
Valid. Now, speaking of that project, would you consider it like an EP, or would you consider this like, what would you title this? What would you consider it?
I mean, I guess you could call it EP, a project, it's just a small little project to give the fans something. I guess. I mean, nowadays it's changed a little bit because, people put 10 songs and call it a album. Normally, you think 20 songs is an actual album.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like, it's just really however you want to take it. To me, I just called it a project, something small to give to the fans that they can all love and enjoy and relate to. And yeah, I'm proud of it, and want to keep making music with her. We sound great together.
So I was gonna ask that because following that, you mainly just follow the normal, just dropping singles and just keeping that consistently. But I want to know when you're gonna drop your first official album of like 10 plus songs type shit. When is that gonna happen?
Yeah, sure. I mean, honestly, like it's definitely a plan of mine, and I definitely want to do it. But right now, my main focus is getting many songs out to my fans and letting them hear my sound, how I've adapted from when I first started, because I've definitely changed. My sound has grown, the different things I do. I've just evolved as an artist completely from when I first started. But a project with just me is coming. It's just not yet, but it is in the works. I got lots of songs in my vault. But just right now I want to feed my fans with all kinds of singles that they can enjoy. I don't want to keep them waiting because I didn't really drop anything when I was focusing on that project because it takes a lot of time. And, it's a long period of time, especially, when you're not really famous yet, to go that long without dropping music, but it's definitely coming.
Bet. That leads into my next question. How do you feel like you've evolved since when you first started Versus up to now? And then my second question to that is going to be, how was it like doing your first music video? Because both of them, whether it be like when you just started versus the music video, both of them have changed a lot since when you started.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I mean, honestly, it just takes time. You can't rush the process. People will make a song and put it out instantly. And like I said, I sit on my music. Like, that's why it takes so long, because I'll sit there 20 times and say it's not perfect. I just want it to be right. I'm a perfectionist. This is how I am. I'm very OCD, so it's gotta be just right in order for me to drop it. But my sound is, the more and more I've made music and just kept adding to my vault, you've seen the progression every single song. And every time I'm in the studio, my engineer, every time we say this song is better than the last, this song is better than the last, but that's just how it goes, because you're just gonna keep getting better every single song. I
feel that. Now, how was it like making that first music video?
Yeah, honestly, it was kind of wild, to be honest. I mean, Respective Collective came out, they flew out from New York. We set everything up, and obviously I did it with my song with Pharaoh. It was the perfect song to do it to. The story behind it, everything like that, it was just great. It came out really nice. It took a whole day, from morning all the way to the middle of the night. But it was a crazy day, but it was definitely fun. I could have kept going without even going home. Like, that's how much I love this music shit. And I mean, I definitely need more music videos.
Hell yeah, that's what you gotta do. When you make that album, you gotta have at least one in there. Most definitely.
Yeah, of course. But definitely I'm gonna keep making more music videos. Just waiting for the right song to do it too.
Respect. I can definitely respect that. Now, it's gonna lead to my next question. We're gonna be getting into the financials of the music shit. It's something that not a lot of people want to talk about and don't want to discuss.
Yeah,
like, you're one of the few that actually are willing to talk about it. So,
worse.
Yo, how much do you charge for a feature and why?
I charge $270.
Damn.
Yeah.
May I ask why, sir?
I mean, why? I mean, one, I'm paying for very, well, first off, very good mix and mastering. My engineers, they're goats. So, you're paying for that because I'm mix and mastering the track. My part, that costs a lot of money. Also, I have a song with Skinny. I have a song with Bobbynice. Just how I've developed and who I am as right now and who I've been noticed by. I think that price, justifies it. And you're gonna pay for my time. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna give it out for free. Because if I, how I've gotten is, obviously, someone who's just started making music. Not everybody's good when you first start making music. So if I just start letting anybody on my songs, people are gonna look at me like, what am I doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just a thing, So that's just what it is, and how it's gonna continue to be, until I get bigger, and then the price will obviously increase.
Yeah, increase. So would you say that's also how much you pay for mixing and mastering? So you pay around like $270 type shit then, right?
Mix and mastering is $370. I pay $370.
God damn.
Yeah.
Damn, my boy's really shelling out the guap, bro. But it do be sounding fire, so like I gotta respect the hustle.
Yeah,
I gotta
man.
respect the grind.
The mixes sound incredible. My guy, he's amazing. But what he does, my shit wouldn't sound how it does if it weren't for him. So, yeah, shout out to him.
Respect, bro. Shout out to Hill. Shout out to Hill.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this is the big money question to end off the interview. It's the big money hitter right here. Who would be your, first off, 1A, 1B. Who would be your dream feature, alive or dead? Or, I'll let you pick both. One alive, one dead. And then number 2 would be, who would be a feature you want to hunt next down the line?
So alive or dead, but you're saying like, who would I want to hunt? Are you asking me the same question, or are you asking me?
Nah. So
like
the first half is like someone like dead or alive, like that you wish you could do a track with or could have done a track with, and then someone you'd want to hunt for down the line. Like, let's say, for example, like alive, you would want to do something with like, let's say Lil Skies or something, right? But then like dead, you say something like, oh, I want to do like Tupac. But then like, oh, I want to hunt for a feature with XYZ. You know what I mean?
Sure. So probably hunt down next how I did with the Skinny feature. It'd be Little Skies, most definitely.
Hell yeah.
That's my next goal. Besides signing a record deal, getting a Little Skies feature is definitely on my list, and that's something I'm working towards, and I will make that happen. And that's exactly what I said with the Skinny feature as well, and I did make it happen, and this will happen. Any other artists? I would definitely love to work with like J.I. the Prince. He's another favorite artist of mine, that I look up to, and I like the sound. He's a very dope artist. Probably dead. Obviously Juice WRLD. He's definitely the biggest one. I'm a big Juice fan. And then probably the next 2 I definitely want is a Bieber feature and a Kid Laroi feature. So.
Kid Laroi stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have expected you to have said Mac Miller. I would have expected you to say Mac Miller.
Yeah, he's a dope artist, but it's not someone I looked up to, as a musician, it's just everybody has their own artists, that they like.
That's fair.
Who they want, like where they get their sound from, or, and, like I said, growing up, I wanted to be a singer, I listen to rap, but I wanted to be like Bieber, I wanted to be a singer like him. He was, amazing singer. I like that wave, someone I looked up to. I took singing lessons all through high school. So I did that, and then when I got out of high school, that's pretty much when my whole thing switched. And I switched to rapping, and that's Skinny and Lil Skies came out, and I heard them, But like, when I was growing up as a kid, the few artists I listened to that was rap, it was like 50 Cent, Soulja Boy. I love Soulja Boy, he was fire, So I had all of his albums in high school, middle school, or whatever. Chris Brown, that's another one. So that's who I listened to growing up in middle school and high school, and yeah. So like Mac Miller wouldn't know, if he was alive and something happened, yeah, I would work with him, but it wasn't a dream of mine.
I respect that shit. It's the each his own. I fuck with that.
Yeah.
And that's going to conclude another episode of Rise of a Star. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Shout out to FlexTheKidd for pulling through. I'm putting all his links, all his shit down in the description down below. But before we cut it off, Yanni, inspiring words you want to say to the youth? Anything you want to tell the kids before we end it off?
Boy, keep hustling, keep grinding. Chase after your dreams, man. I know what it's like to be, knocked down and told you can't do something, but it's definitely, you can definitely make it happen. You can do anything you put your mind to. I know how it feels to be laughed at, so I'm definitely in your shoes. So just keep doing it, keep going, and yeah.
I fucks with that shit. I fucks with that. That's it for us, gang. It's NLH. Never fucking lose hope. I'm gonna see all y'all boys and girls in the next one. Peace. Yeah.
Taking these dogs, why I see you lose. Bitch, I'm outside, so what you gonna do? Bitch, I'm outside with them killers and goons. No matter what I said, I never lose. Just like my jeans, I'ma always stay true. Me and Flex running up all the blues. You don't see none of my pain. Cartier lens, I got go for the frame. She for the streets, I cannot entertain. Came from the bottom, now they